Hey you guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I am starting a little bit untraditionally today. I have had a raging migraine all day, so I had to really pull forces together this morning to get myself out of the house. But Avi was in need of diapers and wipes, so we are here at Target. I'm going to pick up a few of those things and then head home and just get the house a little bit straightened up today. But today's vlog I have been meaning to film for like a long time, so I have to muster the energy. If you are new here, I am the mom to a 2-year-old little girl named Aviana, and if you have watched a couple of my previous videos, you know that I am now pregnant with our second surprise baby. This pregnancy has been so much harder than my pregnancy with Avi. Guys, I was so blessed with Av. I basically was just tired with her. Like, I had no sickness, no headaches really, like a few here and there. This one's really, this one is rough. So I am going to be diving a little bit into that today. So that was the point of this video today, was to kind of dive into my symptoms up until this point in my pregnancy. I'm filming this currently at 10.5 weeks pregnant. I think I'm 10.5 weeks pregnant. I don't know. I have to check one of my apps. But yeah, so I wanted to do that video today. I did just post my TWW symptoms, which wasn't really a 2-week wait symptom for me because I wasn't trying. So it was just kind of like what I had experienced before that. So I will link that video here. If you have not seen that, go check that out. I will be filming a little bit later when I get home. So I just wanted to intro this vlog and do a quick Target run, and then we will dive into all of that stuff when I get back. All right, you guys, I am home from Target. Avi just had some lunch and just went down for a nap. And I am getting ready to dive into what has been going on since I have found out I was pregnant up until this time at about 10.5 weeks. For this second baby, I am keeping a small pregnancy journal. I will link this one on Amazon. It was like $9. I like it because it's small, it's repetitive, and it's not overly committing me. So this is what the pages look like. They are super simple, and I do want to purchase a pregnancy journal similar to the one that I had with Aviana. I have to pull hers. I think it's called Growing You, and I loved that book. So if I can find that one, I am going to go ahead and purchase that one for this baby as well. But I wanted to start off these first couple of weeks with just some notes in this small little like passport size. I think it's called the Passport Collection, and it says like another pregnancy in the books. So this is a little bit easier for me to complete since I don't have as much time this second pregnancy with chasing after a toddler to kind of record what is going on. And to be completely honest with you guys, the last week I recorded was week 8. So if that tells you anything, it's just been crazy. All right, you guys, so I found out I was pregnant on January 1st, I believe. Yeah, the morning, no, I took a test January 1st and it said negative. So the morning after, I took another test and it was positive. So I found out the 2nd of January, and it is currently the day after Valentine's Day. I did go ahead and actually announce my pregnancy a little bit earlier than the 12-week mark. The reason being for that is I did have some blood work done. My levels were all great. Ultrasound came back perfect. And honestly, I have been someone that has been through multiple miscarriages. And for any moms that have gone through that, my heart truly goes out to you. It is such a emotional and, you know, just traumatic thing to go through. And I personally think that not enough people share about miscarriages. I mean, I know there's like the awareness for it, but you know, everyone does wait until that 12-week mark, and I understand it is to protect the family if anything does happen. But personally, when I had my first miscarriage, I thought there was something seriously wrong with me. I thought that like my body's not going to be able to hold a pregnancy, and you know, what's wrong with me. And then it wasn't until, you know, I had a couple of friends that opened up and were like, know, like I have had 1 or 2 or 3 miscarriages, and that kind of not gave me a peace of mind, but it made me realize that a lot of women go through this. And again, my heart goes out to those women. That I myself am someone that have been through 2 of them, and it's a lot. So I think that women going through that journey in those early stages of pregnancy, it is really tough, you know, up until that 12-week ultrasound or whatever your doctor decides to do at 12 weeks. Personally, mine does ultrasounds almost once a month. I'm grateful that everything looks great with this baby and that levels are coming back perfect. And, you know, there was some really good wiggling activity at our 9-week ultrasound. So I feel really confident about sharing this with you guys, and it'll give you a little bit look into it a little earlier on. As you can tell, I'm trying to catch my breath, and obviously that is a very early pregnancy symptom, and kind of throughout the pregnancy as well. It always is short breath for me, so just bear with me. All right, so I'm gonna go through week by week and fill you in on kind of like my highlights or like what was going on for that week. For week 4, I like to complete my week journals on the last day of the week. So 4 weeks and 6 days is when I did week 4 to kind of capture that whole 4th week. I said I had some nausea at night, some type of like round ligament pain already, feeling that. It was kind of more towards the end of the week. I made my OB appointments, and my sister and my sister-in-law were the first people that knew aside from my husband. I was actually at my sister's house when I was like, I think I might be pregnant, so I kind of grabbed some pregnancy tests from her. So she was one of the first people to find out. As far as cravings, I said I didn't really have any cravings, but one of the biggest symptoms, if you go ahead and watch my Finding Out I'm Pregnant video, I will link that video below, but I had an aversion to anything like vinegary or had vinegar or egg, anything like that. It had a very severe metallic taste and smell. So it wasn't just a taste in my mouth, it was like the smell of things. There wasn't too much going on in that 4-week period, so it was kind of just like symptom spotting, I guess, and seeing where things were a little bit different than usual. Week 5, on week 5, I said feeling like sleep is getting hard to get comfortable. This was a symptom I also had with Avi, like extremely early on. My body does not get comfortable at night. Like I cannot find a comfy position. And then if I do find a comfy position, I'm kind of waking up to pee throughout the night. So I have a little bit more hard of a time sleeping. I had extremely vivid dreams. I'm still having extremely vivid dreams where I had to like wake Matthias up the other day and like make sure that he was next to me because I thought he left me. Like in my life, I thought he left me and I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. And my chest started getting more sensitive. So that was something that was a little different than Avi. I didn't have as much nausea as I did in week like 4 and in the beginning of week 5, towards the end of week 5, but I started getting extremely exhausted where I was like, okay, I really do need a nap. So that was a big shift. I started craving Chipotle, which was strange for me. If you had seen that vlog I posted, wait, I think I posted that vlog. I'm not sure. There was a vlog that I think that I posted. I was craving Chipotle so bad, so I made a Chipotle bowl because I really wanted it, but I don't know if it's just me. Chipotle has gotten really bad. Like it makes me sick every time I eat it. And I was like, I don't want to get sick, but I want the flavor of Chipotle. So I made myself a Chipotle salad bowl. We did tell my parents and my husband's parents, and then my grandmother, who is going to be a great grandmother for the 2nd time. And she was so excited to have another grandbaby and said, now I have another reason to live. And she's like 94. I'm like, you can't kill this woman. She's not going anywhere. She'll be here. All right, guys, and week 6. So week 6, nausea is kicking full force. I did not have nausea with my daughter. And I know they say like commonly girls are nausea and boys are not. No nausea with my daughter. I was just like tired. That's basically all that I had. I grew up with chronic migraines, so migraines here and there were spotty when I was pregnant with Avi. Every now and then I would get one. This pregnancy, the next thing I wrote is headaches making an appearance at night. I'm drinking a lot of fluids, but feeling round ligament pain and shortness of breath. So the round ligament pain is more predominant at night. as well as the headaches. I start getting a headache like after 4 o'clock. So that automatically makes me want to go to sleep much earlier. I have been drinking a lot of fluids. I used to carry my gallon-sized water bottle, and I'm going to be honest, it has now like been a hindrance trying to carry that thing everywhere. So I have switched over to a knockoff Stanley because guys can't justify spending 50, 60, 70, whatever Stanleys go for. I'm sorry, I'm not paying that for a water bottle. This was $14.99 at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and same purpose, guys, does the exact same thing. Still aesthetic, still the same color. Saved myself a ton of money. My cravings for week 6 were Big Macs or burgers. This is when I finally lost the sense of metallic smell. So ketchup, mayo, mustard all sounded amazing to me because I didn't want anything to do with it for 2 weeks. And so I just kept telling Matthias, like, I just want a Big Mac. And like, we don't eat McDonald's like that at all. Like every now and then I like crave their French fries because I like their French fries. I wanted Big Macs and I wanted burgers, and I don't even think I got my Big Mac yet. But, oh no, I did have a Big Mac and it was delicious. The other thing I was craving is jalapenos. So the kettle jalapeno chips from Cape Cod, oh guys, that's like all I wanted. I was like, I just want jalapeno chips. All right, in week 7, this is like becoming more nausea. I was now, like, the best way to describe it was feeling green all day. My husband laughs at me when I say that because he's like, you don't feel a color. And I'm like, no, but you feel, like, if you're pregnant, tell me if you feel green. Like, I felt green all day. I was like, ugh, it was the worst. No matter what I did, I was like, from week 5 to this is now week 7, for that 2 to 3 weeks up until about week 8, I gained like 12 pounds, you guys. I was eating everything because I couldn't get rid of the nausea unless I was physically eating something. So like if my mouth wasn't chewing something, I was nauseous. And I know that people are like, there's anti-nausea, whatever, but I'm like, I didn't really want to go on anti-nausea because I know it's such a short period of time that you have this nausea. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I tried trail mix. I tried like healthier snacks, but all of that tasted so nasty. Like salad was making me like bathroom. No, I couldn't do salad. I couldn't do leafy greens. I couldn't do vegetable stuff. So that was just like cereal. Cereal was all I wanted. Week 7, I only wanted cereal, specifically Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And if you've been here and you've seen like Christmas vlogs, you know that like I don't buy that cereal. Like it's not cereal, it's sugar. It's not nutritious. It's not for the morning. So I bought my husband a small bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and he opened up in front of me around the end of week 6, and I was like, that looks delicious. And that is what I want. And then I proceeded to go to the store and buy like 3 boxes of it. And that was all I wanted, was just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And before bed, I would have a bowl of cereal. This is definitely where all the weight came on, you guys, because cereal at night before bed, bad idea. Sugar cereal before bed, even worse. And I just could not get enough cereal before bed. It got me so full to the point where I could sleep because I wasn't nauseous. So I did what I had to do and I did cereal. I literally went to the doctor and I was like, okay, look, I know I've already gained so much weight. Like, this is my intake appointment. And I can tell you right now, like, I'm chunky and it'll be better in the 2nd trimester, trust me. With Aviana, I had only gained a collective total. When I went in for labor, they weighed me and I had only gained 28 pounds for my pregnancy. So I did really good about like not like overindulging and being like, I'm eating for 2, because like realistically you're not. You're eating 200 calories more. Yeah, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you guys, chef kiss. It was so good. Okay, end of week 8. So at the end of week 8, this is, at the end of week 8. So at the end of week 8, nausea was 100% at its peak. I was nauseous all day, all night. Nothing was helping. Food, I didn't want it. I was hydrating. Luckily, I was not throwing up. I haven't really thrown up too much. There was only 1 or 2 nights that I was like waking up and throwing up, and it was after I ate salad. Constipation started during this time. The lovely little friend is back. I ordered my stool softeners from Amazon, And then I already was like starting to show a little bit, like not so much show a little bit. I feel like in the very beginning, you are so bloated that you're like, holy crap, I'm the size of a house. Especially with your second pregnancy, it's a little bit different. Like with Avi, I didn't really start showing until about 17 or 18 weeks. Like I was like, oh my God, I popped. And I was like, I looked back at pictures, I'm like, I did not pop at 18 weeks. Like I was not popping. I was like barely showing. So this time around, I was like the end of week 8, I was like, oh my gosh, like I definitely have a pooch. Like even my mom was like, oh, you're like showing, like I can see that you're pregnant. And then I started getting some better sleep. The only thing that started to hit me was some sciatic pain. If I hit a certain number on the scale too quickly, I get sciatic pain in my right leg. I did have a car accident, so I have an entirely metal femur and I had constructive knee surgery. So that leg is longer, and so it's already like off kilter balance a little bit. Like I'm just like a little bit off. So if I gain too much weight too quickly, my body gets completely thrown off from that, which was not fun. My cravings were tacos and ginger ale, like anything taco, Mexican. Pupusa is a really big thing. We love pupusas. It's like an El Salvadorian food. And there's one place that's like 20 minutes from me that sells the best ones. And it's like, I was like, that's what I want. And then ginger ale. Ginger ale was helping me combat the nausea a little bit, the bubbles, and just like having something in my mouth and just sipping on something, it helped avert the nausea. I wrote first ultrasound, even though it was exactly at 9 weeks, but exactly at 9 weeks, we had our first ultrasound. The heart rate was 170. We were measuring technically 1 day behind, but they said that that was similar to with Avi too, and it's still so early that it's like, that's not really that big of a deal. They didn't change my due date. They said very strong heartbeat, baby was squirming around as usual, showing normal signs. The other thing that we did was we got a double stroller. So I have the Artipoppe Baby Cruise for Aviana. She is getting a little big for it, but like she still fits in the rumble seat fine. The only thing with the Cruise is you can't transition that one that I have into a double stroller. So I had been like looking on Marketplace and I was like debating whether I do the Vista, but guys, like the Artipoppe Baby, oh my God, it's so expensive. Like even on Marketplace, like people wanted like $800 and I'm like, it's like $1,200 new. I don't know. And then like the car seat and like everything that goes with it just really added up. I did take a good friend of mine's recommendation, and she had recommended, because she has it for her twins, is the Evenflo Pivot Expand. So we did go ahead and purchase that. I found one used on Marketplace for $90, and like that to me is a win. It has 2 rumble seats. You can do a single, and then you can snap on the car seat. You can snap in a bassinet. There's like a ton of options, and it's virtually the Artipoppe Baby stroller. So for how much we actually use the stroller, I didn't think it was worth it to, you know, kind of like triple our budget on the stroller, if not more, because I got that for $90. And the only thing that we have to buy is a car seat. You can use car seat adapters and get different ones. I actually do like the Evenflo, I think it's called the Light Max, or Max Light. I don't know, I'll link it below, but it's only like $125. It has great safety ratings and it's perfect. All right, week 9 is empty. So we're going off memory here. So everything was good at the ultrasound. Matthias was able to come with me. And during week 9, I would say that my cravings kind of went away. Like I didn't really crave anything specifically during week 9. I still like would want cereal, but I was being a little bit more disciplined on not just like eating that all the time, because I, like had said, gained a lot of weight. So towards the end of week 9, I noticed that my like weight gain bloat kind of subsided. I had reweighed myself and I had lost 7 pounds, but it wasn't like trying to lose 7 pounds. It was like, I'm just not eating everything in the kitchen sink. So that was like, I think I was eating healthier, taking better care of my body, and also just like not trying to stuff my face to combat the nausea, since the nausea was kind of subsiding slightly. It was more so migraines. That is currently the thing that is, you know, taking over here in the middle of the 10th week. my leg is going numb. That was week 9. I ended up purchasing a pregnancy pillow in week 9, and it might seem extremely early for that, but I am now getting incredible sleep. So do what you gotta do, mama. If it means getting something a little bit earlier than most people get it, go for it. I got mine on Marketplace. A used pillow. She used it for 1 pregnancy. She had 2 new covers for it, still in the packaging, $10. So I got the Farmadoc one, Farmadoc. I'll link below. But it's like $40 on Amazon. Even if you buy it new, it's really not that bad. It's definitely worth it if you're in that early stage and just feeling like you don't get comfortable or you're feeling like crap during the day. Like, entitle yourself to some good sleep then, to be comfortable. End of week 9 was migraines and heartburn. Heartburn started really kicking in a little bit more. Going into week 10, so what we're currently in, I can only give you like up until now for week 10. It is, well, since beginning, starting at like 7 weeks, but especially now is like, when it's Avi's nap time, it's also mommy's nap time because I have to nap. And I usually nap her full nap. So it's like she goes down 15 minutes later, I go down, and then I wake up to her waking up. And that's like not ideal, right? Like ideally I clean up the cluster of stuff around my house and do laundry and get dinner prepped, like giving myself grace. I have to remind myself all the time that like I am pregnant. It is more exhausting the second time with a toddler. And my husband has been an absolute saint with picking up my slack. And I genuinely couldn't thank him enough, having such a supportive partner in that time of that first 3 months of you being pregnant. Guys, he's the best. Like, he's absolutely the best. So, you know, he's always telling me, go lay down, take it easy. Don't worry about that. I'll do that. Like, you need to rest. And he's not wrong. Like, I need the rest. Napping has been a saving grace. I get about a 2-hour nap every single day. Today will probably be an hour, but 2 hours. And then I feel like I can push through the evening because that's always like when my head starts to hurt a little bit. I'm a little bit less patient with Avi. And again, Matthias has been my counterpart where if I only have, you know, 40%, he drives it home with the 60%. And I'm really grateful for that because I know he works a long day too and he comes home and he's tired. So, you know, we get through the dinner push and, you know, he's been like, make an easy dinner. Like, don't worry about it. I'm someone that like, I want an elaborate dinner like half the time. I've been like, okay, we can do something easy like pasta and keep it simple. So that has been wonderful during week 10 because the migraines are serious. If I don't nap, it's definitely worse at night. I tend to wake up with them in the morning, which is like, to me, one of the worst things in the world is waking up with a headache. I dread nothing more than that, honestly. That is kind of week 10. And then I do have an appointment at the end of February to go and meet with the doctor who delivered Aviana, and she's gonna go over my ultrasound with me and then schedule the next few ultrasounds. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog, all OBs are different. They all, like, I have friends who only had like 2 ultrasounds during their pregnancy. My OB with Aviana, at least when I was pregnant with her, I don't know if it's because I was a first time mom or whatnot, but they did an 8 or 9 week dating scan. They did like an end of 12 week to check the back of the spine, right? Back of the head, the spine, for one of the diseases, just see what the fluid was like behind the neck. And they did the anatomy scan. So they did like one at 13 weeks, one at 20 weeks. I had another one, I believe at 26 weeks for another like testing, whatever. Or no, I had to go back. So I did 20 weeks, 23 weeks, because I had to go back and reschedule it, but they wanted some time in between. Then we did one at 29 weeks. Then I did one at 32 weeks. And then they did a follow-up one at 36 weeks. Because at that point we were scheduling a induction because my husband was working a job where he was traveling. So we will see what they decide to schedule for this baby, but there will be tons more content to come. I do have a schedule of what will be going out for the next few months it's just a matter of me getting back into filming because I am so exhausted, and normally like during Abby's nap time, I would be editing or filming. And like I said, guys, like this is my nap time. So I am going to wrap up this video and go and take that nap. But I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching. A lot of you have already jumped over to my Instagram and subscribed and sent me kind messages congratulating us and letting us know that maybe you yourself are pregnant. So I would love to have you here on our channel. I would love to have you over on my Instagram as well. It's Ella Regata. You can see it down below. It's also always on my end card screen. So thank you so much for watching. We'd love to have you here, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thanks, guys.